If you're thinking about hiring an email marketing agency, you're about to make a decision that could either grow your business or cost you thousands with no real return. Most brands hire the wrong agency and don't realize it until it's too late. In this video, I'll show you who you should hire, agency versus freelancer, the exact questions you must ask before hiring, the biggest mistakes to avoid, and what email marketing agencies should actually cost. So by the end, you will know exactly how to choose the right agency for your brand and avoid wasting money. Who should you actually hire? Before you start looking, you need to understand your options because not everyone needs an agency. If you have a lot of time, you can watch some YouTube tutorials and you can set up your campaigns, flows, and sign up forms yourself. If you don't have that much time and you want to focus your time on growing your e-commerce brand, then you can hire a freelancer. They're best for brands with lower budgets and early stage brands. And these freelancers can then free up your time and build your campaigns, flows, and sign up forms for you. The disadvantage is that they don't really know about retention strategies and they are quite slow at executing. But once you generate decent revenue, and I define decent revenue as generating more than 100K per month, then you should switch and work with an email marketing agency. And the reason for that is that in order to do great email marketing, you need to be able and have different skills. You need to be able to handle Klaviyo, you need to write copy, you need to design emails, and you need to know about retention strategies. And I'm doing email marketing for the past 6 years, and I've not found anyone that is able to pull off all 4 skills. So once you hire an email marketing agency, you'll not get just one person, but you will get a team of experts that will execute these required skills for your brand and help your brand to scale to the next level. Second, questions you must ask before hiring an email marketing agency. The first question you need to ask is, how many accounts does one account manager handle? And if the answer is over 10, then this is a red flag, because one account manager cannot create the deliverables, QA everything, talk with the client, be on calls, strategize, look at the results, and come up with new split tests for 10 clients at the same time. It's sheer impossible. And this is why most email marketing agencies are producing subpar results for their clients. So especially because we're hiring a lot of account managers from some of the biggest email marketing agencies in the world, and they come to us and they brag about managing 10, 12, even 15 clients at the same time, I can just tell you that it's impossible to produce great results while handling 10 client accounts at the same time. What you want to look for is an agency that's focused on results and not on maximizing their profits. And where an account manager is handling somewhere between 5 at maximum, but I wouldn't recommend that also, handle at maximum 8 clients at the same time. The second question you need to ask is, can you show results for brands like mine? And the reason why you ask this question is because if they've worked with brands in your niche, then you know they have experience in your niche and they understand how these customers are thinking. And second, if they even are able to show you results, then it's even better, because both combined will help you to know that this agency is the right or not. Because if they've worked with brands in your niche and they've also gotten them results, then it will increase the likelihood of them also producing great results for your brand. And so this is why you need to ask this question. And if they have, it's a huge green flag. And if they don't, because you're in a special niche, then it doesn't really matter. It's also fine if they have gotten great results in other similar niches as to yours. But this is definitely a question you want to ask the email marketing agency before you're hiring them. Third question. What metrics do you track? If these agencies tell you 30 to 40% revenue from Klaviyo, then this is a huge red flag, because this number is nothing else than a vanity metric. If you don't run any ads and they're sending an email campaign every 2 or 3 days, the attributed revenue from Klaviyo will go up and it will go to 30, 40, 50, 60% eventually. Have the emails become more effective? No. So this is just a vanity metric, and especially because most e-commerce brands are using the default attribution window, which is 5 days open and click from Klaviyo. The numbers are misleading and inflated either way. However, if they tell you they are tracking LTV, repurchase rate, and incremental new customer revenue, then they know what they're talking about, because then they're working towards the right goals and the right metrics, and whatever they will do will be focused on trying to increase these metrics, which will eventually help you to grow your business faster and be more profitable. But if they talk about 30 to 40% of revenue need to come from Klaviyo, then you can just laugh about it, because they're not working on the right metrics. And so if they don't know their goal, or the goal is not right, then whatever they're doing, it will not lead to the goal and it won't really move the needle for your e-commerce brand. The next question you want to ask is, what attribution window inside of Klaviyo do you use? And if they tell you that the default attribution window from Klaviyo is totally fine, then they're not really honest with you, because the default Klaviyo attribution window tracks opens and clicks until 5 days later. That means if you open an email or click it on Monday, then Klaviyo will attribute a purchase that you've made on Thursday or Friday to that email. But you probably purchased because of a retargeting ad or an influencer or some Google ads, but not because of an email that you've received 4 or 5 days ago. So if they tell you default attribution window from Klaviyo is fine, then they're not really honest. If they tell you they always switch to a 1 day or 2 day open and click attribution window in Klaviyo, then they're telling you the truth, because then you get more accurate data and you actually see how much revenue you are generating with your email efforts. And then you can also double check these numbers with your numbers in Triple Whale or with any other attribution tool. And then you can see that the numbers will be very, very similar. But if you try to compare your Klaviyo data based on a 5-day attribution window with your Triple Whale data, then you will see that Triple Whale will probably show you 1/3 of the revenue that Klaviyo is showing you. So this question is really important to see what kind of attribution window this agency is using. The next question you want to ask is, who will manage your account? It doesn't matter with what agency you work with. It matters who's in charge of your account and who is managing your email account. Now, you need to ask, who is it? How many years of experience does he have in email marketing? How many months or years is he working for this agency now? Has he worked with similar brands in the past? And what kind of results has he gotten his clients? This is really important, because at the end, you want to make sure that this person is qualified to take over the account. If you know that this person has just 1 year of experience in email marketing, what kind of results do you expect from this person? Or if you know that this person has just started 1 week ago working at this agency, then trust me, he will have a lot of stuff that he needs to learn just to understand how they're working operationally. And so he won't get you the best results that you can get. But if you have, or if you work with someone that has multiple years of experience in email marketing, preferably more than 3, and who is working for this agency now for at least 3, 4, 5, 6 months, then you know that you will have a high likelihood of getting great results from this person that is in charge of your account. But otherwise, you won't. So make sure that this person is experienced, that this person has worked with other brands like yours in the past, and that this person has been working for this company now for a while. The next question you want to ask is, can you show me emails you've created? Maybe you find them on a website, but if they don't have them on their website, then let them show you some of the emails that they have created. And the reason for that is, first, because you want to see, are they good at email design? Do you think they can create beautiful emails for your brand? Second, you want to read through the copy and you want to see, are they using marketing psychology? How convincing is the copy? And are they just copy and pasting stuff from ChatGPT or Claude into an email and just using it? Or are they really concise in their sentences and there are no dashes and there are no commas before an end to kind of figure out how much effort they're actually putting into their emails? And the third thing is, you want to look if they are using conversion optimized emails. That means CTA above the fold, CTA for every section, and trust symbols here and there to reduce risk and get more people to take action, or to emphasize on social proof by adding a Trustpilot score, by adding reviews, or by adding how many happy customers they have. These are some things that you want to look at to see if they are good at what they're doing. The last question you want to ask is, what's the contract structure? What's the length of the contract? How can I terminate the contract? Because you want to avoid getting locked into a contract that you don't want to be in. And on top of that, I would also ask, what happens if I'm unhappy? What happens if you cannot get me the results that you have promised me? And then you just want to sit there and listen to what they're saying. And then you just trust your gut feeling. Do you think this person's genuine? Do you think this person really cares about you? And is he giving you good answers to your questions? If yes, then I think it's a good fit. But especially with the contract, you need to make sure that it's not a 1-year contract. And you want to make sure that if he is saying something like, yeah, we have a contract and we need to stick to this contract, well, then this person is more interested in the money that they're making and less into your happiness and satisfaction. And that is telling you a lot. The last thing that we need to talk about is pricing for email marketing agencies. Now, if there's an email marketing agency that wants to charge you somewhere between $1,000 and $2,500, then I would really question the kind of results that they can get for your brand, because cheap comes with a price. That means they lack something that you actually need, and this is why they're cheaper than they should be. Now, it could be that the team is smaller than it actually needs to. So maybe you only get one account manager, and this account manager will create a copy, design the emails, build them in Klaviyo, QA them, schedule them, have calls with you, do the split test. He will not be able to do everything really, really good. So what will happen is you won't get the kind of results that you want. B, it could be that they will not do as much as they need to do for your account. Maybe you need to send 3 email campaigns per week, but they will only send 1. Or C, they will hire people from overseas, which are lacking important critical thinking skills. They will do things that make no sense. They will set up split tests that make no sense. They will assess results and will make mistakes. You will have to run after them, and you have to tell them, this is wrong, here's a spelling mistake, what is this, we wanted to send another email, and you want to avoid that. So if you really want to work with a proper email agency, then you should expect to pay somewhere between $3,000 up to $10,000, $15,000 based on how many accounts they're managing for you, how many countries they're managing for you, if they're doing your subscription loyalty program, what kind of other channels they are taking care of for you. And this is really important. But $3,000 up to $10,000, $15,000 is a reasonable price based on how much they will do for you. And if they want to do performance-based deals, that's also fine. But make sure that you always choose a 1-day open and click attribution window. And then you can also do performance-based deals where they will just take your best month and then they try to exceed the results that you got in your best month and get a percentage of that increase. I hope this video was useful, and just to mention this briefly, we do run an e-commerce email marketing agency called Retention Only, and we're working with brands like Protein.com, Stars and Honey, Chico, Sedanova Beauty, Skinisa, Water Doctor, and many other brands that we are helping to increase their LTV and repurchase rate. So if you're at the stage where you are making more than 100K per month and you want to scale profitably through email, then you can check out the first link in the description and see if we would be a good fit or not. Have a good one, take care, and I hope you enjoyed this video. So click the like button and subscribe.